What's good, all? Welcome back to my channel, Chrissyy Talks. Y'all can call me Chrissyy. Entanglement. Let's talk about it. Now, August Alsina, aka August Anthony Alsina Jr., is an R&B and hip-hop songwriter and singer who rose to fame back in 2012. Now, back in 2017, August reveals to us that he has an autoimmune disease that was attacking his liver. He ended up losing his mobility skills due to nerve damage throughout his body. He wasn't able to walk. He was losing weight. So with all this, he had to take a step back from the public eye so he could get better. So this is why we haven't heard from him in the past couple of years, but he came back with a new announcement of his upcoming album called The Product 3 State of Emergency that had 27 tracks on it. It was released on June 26th, and 4 days after that, on June 30th, he came out with an interview with Angela Yee. So in this hour-long video, he talks about his family, grandma who passed away, as well as his sister, his mom, and their relationship. He talks about his sickness, his album that he just released. He talks about his docu-series that he released that started working on back in 2015 that kind of talks about all his hardships. But of course, after that hour-long video, the media took 2 to 3 minutes of it in which he speaks about the Will and Jada situation. But I do encourage you guys to watch this interview anyway, because this man is truly talking about his pain. I was able to watch through the interview just from being interested in what he had to say. I think it's always admirable when people are able to sit there and talk about what they went through and their pain. So feel free to give it a watch aside from the Jada situation. Now, let's talk about the Jada situation, because I guess there was somebody else kissing on his tattoos. Ooh, side me. So this kind of started back in 2017 when August Alsina made a remix of Kehlani's song called Nunya, and he was seen in the video texting somebody named Corin. And Corin is supposed to be Jada Smith's middle name. Later on in the video, he sends Corin a gif of Jada Pinkett Smith after singing the line, "You're an actress and you're putting on a show."
You're just an actress putting on a show, 'cause you don't want the world to know.
So it seems like August may have been hinting to this back in 2017. These rumors are nothing new. This started back in 2017, 3 years ago. I don't know where I was when this interview came out with Angela Yee. I was completely surprised. Like, I just felt like it was the most random thing in the world, but I guess it wasn't. I don't know. So 17 minutes into his interview is when he answers the question, what was the relationship between you and Jada? I want to comment on people saying like, oh, why did he have to snitch? Like, he didn't have to put their business out there, blah, 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 blah. Not only were people asking him like what was going on with you and Jada, so it's not like he just came out the blue trying to wreck their relationship or anything, but he started to feel like his character was being questioned. And he said himself that this was affecting his money, this was affecting his friends, and so forth. So this is when it's his time to speak out.
Contrary to what some people may believe, I'm not a troublemaker. You know, I don't like drama. And I also don't think that it's ever important for people to know what I do, who I sleep with, who I date, right? But in this instance, it's very different. I've lost money, friendships, relationships behind it, and I think it's because people don't necessarily know the truth, but I've never done anything wrong. When something starts affecting my life, affecting my wellness and my well-being, and also starts to block my heart, I don't really have a choice but to express my truth.
And I believe it's completely understandable, okay? There are things that I may not care about, but once it starts affecting my life, at least in a negative way, that's when I have to step in. So again, it's not like he just came out and said this, but you're kind of forced to, in the point where like you have the public eye watching you, and you know, it's starting to become a problem in your personal life. Now, he first starts to answer this question saying Will and Jada went from a marriage to a life partnership, which is true. They have said this. After celebrating 20 years of marriage back in 2017, Jada comes out with a Red Table Talk in October of 2018 saying this is not a marriage, this is a life partnership. And so they did that because they wanted to strip away the expectations of husband and wife when it comes to marriage, and in this life partnership they see each other as the human beings that they are. Now, in terms of the open relationship that everybody has been saying to justify what has happened, Jada did say that Will is his own man. He can do whatever he wants as long as he can look into the mirror and be okay with himself. I don't know if they outright said open marriage, but I agree with Jada in this one. Listen, my man could do whatever he wants, okay? My man or woman could do whatever they want. However, if you're doing things that I wouldn't essentially want you to do in terms of respecting our relationship, then bitch, you got go. I want you to do what you want to do because you want to do it. So if that includes cheating or that includes sleeping in the bed with somebody else, by all means, go do that. I'm breaking up with your hat. That doesn't technically mean it's an open relationship. At least for me. I don't know what Jada meant, but she didn't really say it. Now, I believe that when August said, okay, they have this life partnership and it's not romanticized, that because they weren't in a good place in their partnership at this time, that it kind of translates to giving him permission to step in and eat Jada's pussy.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it, you know, not involving romanticism. He gave me his blessing.
So Jada in her Red Table Talk said that, okay, because of their stance in the relationship, that translated to the permission.
You know, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission because we were separated amicably.
Yeah.
But what was kind of controversial about this is that August was actually saying they sat down and had a conversation, to which Will gave him permission to, you know, have this romantic relationship with his wife, which they both ended up denying. But I don't know where August got that from. Like, you know how someone who is entering someone's relationship, whether with permission or not, they'll be like, okay, well, y'all relationship isn't going nowhere anyways. He doesn't want to be with you. He's not happy, whatever the case. These excuses that they use is like their permission in their eyes. So I don't know if that's what really happened. Like, August just felt like, okay, she's not happy, they're not really together, so this is my permission, or if they actually sat down and had a conversation and she was like, okay, you can go ahead and fuck my wife. At the same time, I'm thinking, well, the way that Will and Jada are talking, like, you're your own person, do whatever you want, it really would not be surprising to me if they actually did have that sit-down conversation. Now, I'm not saying it did or did not happen, but it's like they seem like they accept a lot of things into their partnership that it really wouldn't be surprising if that was the case. Now, August continues to say that he devoted himself to her. He gave his full self to her. He's okay dying. Okay, he's okay dying, knowing that he loves somebody like Jada the way that he did.
And I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life. And I truly and really, really deeply loved and have a ton of love for her. I devoted myself to it. I gave my full self to it. So much so to the point that I can die right now and be okay with knowing that I truly gave myself to somebody. Loved a person. I experienced that. I know what that feels like.
What the fuck? Like, this was deep. This was deep. He was very entangled, okay? I'm really trying to understand what kind of on-surface entanglement has someone like feeling this way. You can't just look at August and think, okay, he's crazy, he's the only one who feels this way. Jada had to give him something to feel this way, and I'm trying to understand is, how do you love someone to this extent that they're feeling this way when you have given yourself to your partner at home? It's possible to love multiple people, but we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Now, some people have been mentioning that they believe Jada took advantage of August because he's had a lot of past troubles. Like, he came out saying that he was sexually abused in his docu-series. He had a hard upbringing on top of this disease and the deaths in his family. So people were saying that, you know, she took advantage of him. Now, August is grown, okay? August is a grown man. He can make his own choices. However, I can see how it could be seen that way because August was in a vulnerable state of mind. Jada, on the other hand, at this point in time, she was also in a vulnerable state of mind due to her partnership failing. Seems like Jada would have had the upper hand, knowing that, you know, she has all these problems back home and she's able to be in a relationship with other people right now, while August was just being introduced to this family by Jaden. So I don't know, we will explore that option when we get to the Red Table Talk. But overall, I don't know there to be, you know, malicious intent behind him speaking on it, but Like he said, he wanted to die an honest man.
If honoring my authenticity means you hate me, stone me, shoot me, crucify me, whatever, bury me an honest man.
And you know, he finna die an honest man. My thing is, what was confusing me was that when this news came out, it was said that through TMZ, through Shade Room, etc., the reps for Will and Jada were saying that they were denying this whole thing. They were at least denying that Will ever gave him permission. Now, this was the first thing that Jada and Will talk about in the Red Table Talk. Jada and Will both denied that they ever said anything, and that's where they feel like they really had to say something about this. So, the Red Table Talk. Let's talk about it. Basically, they start by saying this is nobody's damn business. They say that this was personal. This ain't none of y'all's business. You can see that they're pretty tight. Like, fuck, we gotta talk about it.
Somebody made a statement for me that wasn't a statement I made.
The media, the headlines, we specifically never said anything.
Yeah.
We were purposely not saying anything. Any headline that says Jada said or Will said or the Smith said is not true.
We specifically never said anything.
Right.
So coming to the table was like, we just felt like it got to the point where you gotta say something.
And they say all this, even though Jada's talking about being transparent and it's a healing journey. Like, you talk about bringing things to the Red Table Talk. Clearly she didn't want to talk about it though. So we're about to revisit the idea that Jada took advantage of him. In the Red Table Talk, Jada says that when August came into their lives, he was in a vulnerable state, as we've said, but like he needed help.
We actually became really, really good friends. And it all started with him just needing some help. You know, me wanting to help his health, his mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing. When Aug first came around, he was really sick.
So I feel like that alone fed into the idea that he was being taken advantage of, because she's saying that, okay, he needs help, he's sick. I can help him. I can fix him. Yes, we see that August was vulnerable and you decided to help him, but at the same time, you were vulnerable and you were looking for something too. So it's one thing if it was just like y'all were just two vulnerable people and it just happened. Granted, I don't know how it happened or what happened, but for her to be talking about, yeah, I seen him, that he needed help, like you were, you know, purposefully at that point, like, okay, I'm gonna go do something for him. Same time, back at home, you're having trouble with your partnership and you are looking to feel good. You know, two and two together, it looks like, okay, you could have seized the opportunity. Because taking advantage sounds bad, but it really just means you saw an opportunity and you took it. And I felt like that could be what happened, but that explains why people are saying she probably took advantage. So they continue on to say that they were separated during the time.
You and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time and you go figure out how to make yourself happy and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over.
When Will said, I was done with your ass, and I don't just mean done, I mean done with your ass. I totally felt that, because we've all said we were done with someone multiple times. And y'all know what it's like when you say you were done and it's the last time. I felt like he was done, okay? He was done and he looked like he still is done. But yeah, so they say that they were separated during the time, which makes this, you know, relationship on the side okay. I can see their honesty, but at the same time I feel like they're sitting down and painting a picture. I feel like they sat down and they painted a picture prior to this. And the other night I was talking to my friend about their separation, and she made a point that when people are separated in their marriage, that is a time for them to fix what they need to be fixed. Like, figure out what they're gonna do with their marriage, you know? I understand sometimes in order to fix a relationship, you gotta fix yourself, you gotta do what you gotta do individually. Does that involve other people? I guess it can. I mean, why the fuck not? But it's like, this situation is so different because she was looking for things that you should have in your relationship in somebody else. But yeah, I do feel like separation is a time to really figure out what's the next step for your relationship, figure out what's wrong in your relationship, not with other people. But there's no one way to do it. Everyone's relationship is different, so I get that. I just felt like it would have been the more healthy option to dig in your relationship and not dig into other people in order to, like, fix your relationship. It's like the type of thing where people could be like, I had to sleep with her to really confirm that I love you. It's like, of course it's all speculation, I don't know, but just seeing the body posture, the eye contact, the tone of voice, just seeing all of that, it just doesn't seem like it's coming from a couple who is healed, you know? And that's not to say there's not still healing from it, but it doesn't even seem like they're halfway healed from it. And one of the reasons why I think this is that Will was kind of pushing her a bit. Like, Jada tried to talk about entanglement, and Will was like, bitch, entangle what?
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
Say it with me. Relationship. So it seems like they wasn't really on the same page when it came to this. And that's why entanglement is pretty much the word of the fucking year. So then she continues to talk about her need to feel good and her codependency on people, her need to fix people.
During that time, launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
I just really couldn't imagine sitting across from my husband and hearing him say, like, I haven't felt good in so long, I just wanted to feel good or whatever. You not being, not the source, but a source of happiness for your spouse. Like, you're not being an outlet for them to feel good. That's shitty. So I couldn't even imagine how he felt hearing her say that. And towards the end of this table talk, she talks about how she finally came through.
And as I came through and started to realize certain things about you and I, he decided to break all communication with me, which was totally understandable.
It was August who ended the relationship between them, which I find interesting. I then start to wonder, like, would she have cut it off? And then they end the table talk talking about how it was just so long ago, it was 4.5 years ago, and they're grateful for having this healing journey.
August and I haven't talked in so long, you know what I mean? So I don't know, this all seemed very strange, you know, but I'm grateful for the journey that you and I have had together.
So when you look at the format of how this Red Table Talk was, it's just like in the beginning they're like, it's none of nobody's business. In the middle it's just like, hey, we were separated so it was okay. And then towards the end it was just like, that was so long ago, bad marriage for life. So you can kind of see, based on the summary of the Red Table Talk, it just seemed like they wanted us off their back and they just wanted to put something out. Now I want to talk about the responses of the people really quick. Something that I was seeing a lot is that people were talking about, oh, this was the other way around, blah, blah, blah. If Will did this, blah, blah, blah. And it's coming from a lot of girls who are saying this in support of Jada, or they have the idea that she didn't really do anything wrong. I just want to say, keep that same energy. If you think that it'd be wrong for Will to have done it, then keep that same energy with Jada, and vice versa. It's not like she cheated on Will. Like, it was a lot more understanding in the relationship that we will never have. Some people are saying, well, they had an open marriage. That idea can go out the window because they did not once mention an open marriage, or they did not try to use their open marriage to justify this relationship. They said they were on separation. And my thing is, even if it was an open relationship, what does that mean? Because this wasn't an open relationship. In an open relationship, you're able to have relations with other people, but you're not doing so due to the fact that you're struggling with your main relationship back home. At least that's not what a healthy open relationship looks like. It just seemed like Jada was looking for that love entirely in somebody else, and it was lacking in Will. But on the other hand, and overall, I just feel like it's crazy how invested we seem in their relationship. Even with the little bad marriage for life.
Ride together,
we die together.
Bad marriage for life.
I was like, excuse you? That marriage for who? That ain't funny. Listen, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, okay? I don't know why y'all still looking for somebody to, you know, be that gateway for you for a relationship or to hold your goals in a relationship. I don't get it. And if you want to copy and paste somebody else's relationship, bitch, you might as well get into the relationship with them, because you ain't gonna find that same love with everybody. And frankly, I don't want to have no Will and Jada love. I don't want to have nobody else's love. I want to have my own love, because you can only create your own. Ain't nobody else could have the love that you need, the love that you give. It's all you and whoever you're sharing that love with. All I can say is I hope that Alsina is happy, content, and trying to live his life. I hope that Jada and Will are content behind closed doors or they're working on it. I know this was 4.5 years ago. I just hope they're good. I hope everybody's good in this situation. At the end of the day, we don't really know what's going on, and we can only hope for the best. But that is the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down what you guys think below. Do you think that August Alsina did this out of malicious intent? Do you think that Jada actually cheated on Will? Do you think that it is none of our fucking business? Comment down what you guys think below. Follow me on Instagram at my Snapchat at h.chrissyy, 2 S's, 2 Y's. I love and appreciate you guys. Stay safe and stay tuned. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.
She the girl, she the girl, she the girl.